Doesn't matter, I'll just pop on. I was planning to start a review of Kamen Rider Decade, but I didn't want to tempt fate and have reality to start breaking on me by reviewing that show. I know how internet reviews work. Hello again, YouTube. Jake here with another Reading Too Much Into Things. Today is the last of the movie mini marathon reviews. We finished off with the movie that tried to reboot interest in a Metal Hero franchise to return to TV that really didn't work. Uchu Keiji Gavan, the movie, was a 2012 movie starring Kenji Oba, the original Gavan, as well as several other Sentai roles, reprising his role as, well, you guessed it, Gavan, as well as one Yuma Ishigaki as the new Gavan, Geki, who appeared for, I believe, 2 episodes in Go Buster as a tease for this movie, as well as, I think, him showing up in the follow-up Superhero Taisen Kamen Rider Cross Super Sentai Cross Space Sheriff. It was written by Yuji Kobayashi, who also wrote Season 1 of Garo, and directed by Osamu Kaneda. Osamu Kaneda, who has been a go-to for Kamen Rider movie directing since Deno's second movie in 2008, but that's a whole other rant. I'm sorry. Just close that. For my non-American viewers, you may have heard that on Tuesday the 8th, America had its presidential election. And now that the final votes have been counted, despite Hillary getting the popular vote, because of a system that we have set up that admittedly has helped in some places, but has hurt just as much, Donald Trump is the projected winner and president-elect. We won't know for certain till December if he is. It's just how it is. I would love to do a full review of the Gavan movie, and it's weird. There's this one bit of the Gavan movie where, in an otherwise mostly serious movie, they just suddenly get all wacky because they're in a alternate subspace that gives the enemies 3 times their strength, and just there's fourth wall breaking, there's actors turning to the camera and getting yay signs. It's but this election doesn't feel like the right time to be trying to ignore it and focus only on what I want to talk about. So instead, I'll talk about what I want to talk about. Thing is, I hate that Trump was elected. I'm not crazy about the fact that Hillary was the person running against him, but she is more than qualified, and the scandals about her really aren't. It's more that she is a magnet for people who want to find scandals against her. There's signs that Russia may have been involved with trying to change people's opinions about Hillary. There's clear signs from anonymous FBI sources that a large swath of it are leaning hard towards Trump for one reason or another, hence Comey opening up the possibility of a new investigation on Hillary despite there being no evidence of it. And yet not wanting to open up the investigation on Trump's former campaign manager having direct monetary ties to Russia because it's too close to the election, all of 2 days later. If Trump does become president, I want to say some things to some people. For those terrified and causing the Canadian immigration website to crash, while Trump may seem like a dictator because he acts like a dictator, America is stronger than this. When the 4 years come up, or when he does anything that's worth impeaching him over, as long as the media calls him out on it, and as long as we don't let the media let these things slip by, he's out. That's it. We just have to have someone up there willing to run against his bigotry, his racism, his sexism, his disregard for the constitutionality, his disregard for people who've actually sacrificed, his egotism. We just need someone to run against him. And there's plenty of people who could do that. For the people who say, oh, well, stop complaining. Why are you out protesting against that? I mean, you survived Bush, didn't you? Well, that's a funny thing you bring up there, because not everyone did survive Bush. Remember? Because of him, we were sent into a war that had nothing to do with us. Yeah. And those people died. A whole lot of them did. Some of them came back and died here even, and that's even more depressing because we had such little control over our Veterans Affairs offices. We weren't regulating them correctly. We weren't giving them money to be able to help veterans. So yeah, a lot of people who would have died, and who have died because Bush was president, probably wouldn't have died if Gore was. And for the people who going, well, now you liberals know what it was like when Obama was elected, go to hell. I have no patience for your willful ignorance, nor do I have the power to open your stapled closed eyes for you to recognize that Obama was not evil. That Obama was not the boogeyman who was going to come in and take your guns, force you to marry someone gay, and make you have an abortion. If by some miracle Hillary does get elected because the Electoral College recognizes how unqualified and dangerous Donald Trump is to be president, and I don't mean unqualified because, oh, well, he's dumb, so he shouldn't be qualified. No, I mean the fact that he has said and done things and made campaign promises to do such things that would disqualify anyone to be president. Or even run for president. I mean, God's sake. If Hillary does become president, awesome. But still showed just how much racism, bigotry, sexism, xenophobia there is in this country. And that's depressing. We had David Duke running for Senate. We had the KKK marching through Philadelphia spray painting swastikas. So, and I'm sorry if there are children who watch my things or people who like how PG or at most PG-13 I try to keep my channel. I have a simple message for all those people who, after Donald Trump won, ran about at your different looking neighbors and said, haha, you're going to be shipped away to where you belong. Run hell. I respect your right to have a racist, bigoted opinion of the world, and I have a right to tell you that my opinion is that you're a racist bigot who does not understand how the world works. Problem is, facts seem to be on my side. Thank you for putting up with this and not seeing the movie. I do apologize, but, you know, I got Patreon up. Let me actually point my thumb. I'm not good at reversing. Got Patreon up. If I hit certain milestone goals, I will start looking deeper into the Metal Hero franchise, which will give us more context for when we do actually look at this movie properly. I will return to this movie someday. I couldn't this week. I'm sorry. To make it up for you, though, here's a joke I couldn't go without. I'm Jake, and as always, especially these trying times, stay safe.
Looks like the Wesley brothers out of John Harding starting things briskly with the Fuller Brush Man and a Rumpelstiltskins followed through with a teenage co-ed prison.
Out of Wausau representing Wisconsin, Mitch and Pitch performing the now famous Yank Me Crank Me.
That bright young team, the Allentown Poodles, with their rendition of the Swirly.
Oh my goodness, it's a linebacker slow burn and a hop skip and a gold lame with a fintoozler and an itchy gorilla! An itchy gorilla!
It's an exciting day indeed here at Japanese War Atrocity Park and Pavilion on the Park, but what's this?
Meet you on the dark side of the moon. It's the ghostly trio followed by No Tell Motel, Esper Cream, and Death by Chocolate.
Oh, hold on to your epidermis. It's Deputy Dog and the hard-drinking soldiers of fortune attempting the off-copied leaky cheese.
Shake me to wake me crow looks like Badman and the costume critters of death are going crinkle cut and somebody's got to pay. But uh-oh, funny haha, funny strange with the Badman and Joe screaming, hey world, check me out.
Well, it's been a big day with plenty of sheer gut blowouts, juicy Lucy's, and a woozle whose name was Peanut. This is Crow and Joel and Tom Servo in the pit. We'll be at the 19th quadrant attempting a grass grinder, and ground grass is a mulch and mulch is good for your lawn.